Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. What happened in Obibo, River State some 2 weeks ago was quite a shocking event and a very sad one, which brought out tears from the eyes of Ndigbos. Most of them believe that they have been forsaken. I could still remember a young girl who is actually from, who is a Ndigbo, who had to come out very loud and was begging that the government of the southeastern states should come to their aid because they are killing the young Igbo boys in River State. And when that had happened, some of them believed that nobody was actually protecting them. Even Ohanes and Ndigbo, though they spoke, but they didn't take any drastic step, in that direction. But a day ago, the southeastern governors had to move in. Though I know that the case has been partially, handled, but they had to move in to seek redress, and to listen to two sides of the story. And they had to visit Governor Wike. And right now, they have sworn to protect Ndigbo wherever they are, though they have also dished out some conditions and some, I will call it hereditary threats that the Ndigbo carry, that they should keep on with those threats so that anyone who moves against them, they can stand their ground legally, to protect them. And according to the news, the governor of Abia State, Dr. Okeze Ikpezu, who was part of that meeting, has assured that leaders of the southeast region of the country will continue to work for the safety of Ndigbos and all Nigerians wherever they are. The governor stated this in Port Harcourt on Sunday at a meeting between leaders of the region and governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, and other leaders of River State following recent security situation in the state. Ikpezu also said that his River State counterpart has assured the Southeast delegation of the security and safety of Igbo businesses, lives, and property. The governor further admonished Ndigbo in River State and every other place to stick to its age-long tradition of hard work in industry and the passion of contributing meaningfully to the development of our host communities. According to him, the government will continue to pursue the protection of their lives and property wherever they are through constant consultation and dialogues with relevant authorities. The meeting between leaders of the Southeast and the North and leaders of River State in Port Harcourt yesterday was quite successful. According to him, he said, "We are satisfied with the assurance of Governor Nyesom Wike that Ndigbo and their investment in River State are safe." The River State governor urged Ndigbos to remain law-abiding and go about their businesses without fear or anxiety. This, therefore, become an auspicious moment to remind our people of our socio-cultural and economic affiliation with our brothers from River State. It is not in our character to malign and disrupt the peace around the place where we strive for our livelihood. Respect for law of the land and constituted authorities should remain our watchword. On our part, as leaders of the region, we assure our people that we will continue to pursue the protection of their lives and property whenever they are through constant consultation and dialogue with relevant authorities, he said. Those are the words that Ikpezu said. But if you ask me and if you seek my opinion, I would say this, that the southeastern leaders actually were late. What I mean is they went for this consultation very late. Amidst the time of that trouble, I feel that was the most suitable time that they would have just breezed into, because I believe that the military wouldn't have stopped them. We knew that the military were already stopping people from entering, River State via Obibo, because according to them, they claimed they were doing their job. But I feel that if all the 5 southeastern states governors had breezed into River State as at that time to have an emergency meeting with Governor Wike and demand also to be in that meeting the commander that is in charge of army in River State, this situation or the situation that we saw 2 weeks ago, where a lot of terrible things happen, wouldn't have happened. Timeliness is overly important when it comes to, intervening in any situation. Timeliness is overly important. There is no need for you to go in when the situation has already solved itself, because that is exactly what I would like to say. The situation actually had solved itself before they now went in. The best time that they would have gone in, whether they wanted to make it as maybe a Zoom meeting or possibly to meet Wike one-on-one, all of them, even with Ndigbo, would have gone. It wouldn't have been an issue of media talk and all of them. All of you go in there. Invite the military commander in charge of army in that area, and even the person who is the commissioner of police in that area, for all of them to be a part of that meeting. And if it means for you people to plead and also invoke some right of your people, which is enshrined in the constitution, you bring it up. Before you know, that situation that lasted for as long as almost more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they would have solved it and everything would have come down, because immediately leaders sit on a round table to talk. Those people who are in the field doing the fighting and doing the shooting, they will be called to order and said, hey, stop your fight right now because there is a negotiation ongoing. That is what would have been done. But already, so many people, though they talked about that it was actually IPOB, who were behind the trouble and all of that. But I can tell you the whole truth, that whether it was IPOB or not, there are some innocent Ndigbos that may have fallen victim of one or two things, during that period. Timeliness is a very important thing. Yeah, they have done so noble for them to go. At least their negotiation right now is a pointer to the fact that there wouldn't be a repeat of this kind of thing again in Rivers State. But at the same time, our leaders need to wake up to, be proactive enough to intervene in situation before it goes haywire. Don't wait until everything has, been turned upside down, and what has been done, then you now walk in. It makes no sense, For me, it makes absolutely no sense, because the situation, if you look at it right now, it has already solved itself, because they had called off the curfew, just to show you that everything has solved itself. We must learn to prioritize our people more than whatever thing that we are doing, because the essence of leadership is to take care of the people, is to take care of the people, because the people are the glory of the king. I tell you the whole truth, no matter how massive an environment is, there is no beauty there if there are no people there. You claim that you are a king of a kingdom and there are no people in that kingdom, automatically you are ruling over invisible spirits, which doesn't make any sense. So at this point, it is very important that leaders need to intervene. And this thing that had happened, let them see how they can stop it. Because just like he had rightly said, one of the key things about Ndigbos when they enter into an environment is you are so sure of, number one, employment. It may not be so massive as you expect, but at least you are sure that one or two persons, by the time, for example, Ndigbos come to an environment, they gather there and they start doing their business. You are so sure that one or two or three people in that environment will be gainfully employed. Apart from being gainfully employed, before you know, other people, their presence there will kind of awaken business consciousness in other people, and they will start, helping other businesses to grow up. I could still remember, if you go to Lagos and go to some areas where the Igbos are really settled, you will notice something, that you are going to see Mama Put there. You are going to see people do other tiny business around. But without their presence, nobody would have been doing that. Very early in the morning, one of the things I noticed about them is that in their trading, whatever business they do, they don't play with food. So early in the morning, they go after eating any food that you have cooked. They come pay money and they will patronize you in whatever you are doing. Guess what? That's who they are. They bring development. They do not just bring development. They bring employment. They bring a kind of, they make the place known. Whenever they are around, they must do a business that will put, that particular community where they are transacting their business They will put it in the lamplight. Everybody will know, in this particular area, if you go here, Igbos are here, they are doing so business. They will make it so magnified. So their presence is overly important. So whenever something happens that has to touch Ndigbos, it's important for leaders of Ndigbos to run in to preserve their business from decadence. Go in immediately and see how you can quell the situation. That's when we are true leaders. But however, what Igbo has said is a good step in the right direction. But what do you think? Do you think that it was quite timely for them to go in now? Let's interact in our comment section. Please, no hate words. Just make sure you